So in this lesson, we're going to look at how to give a meaningful apology. So one thing we know for sure is that when we're hurt, we need repair. And all too often, when we need repair and our partner needs repair, we often don't really know how to give it to each other in a meaningful way. We might say, "I'm sorry," and be disappointed when those words don't have an impact. And that's because there's more involved in giving a meaningful apology to each other. And those things that are involved in giving an apology to each other are all the things that you've learned in this course. And by the way, if you've jumped ahead to this lesson, I would really encourage you to start the course from the beginning, because by the time you get here, you will have learned all the necessary tools that are needed for a meaningful apology. And that is empathy, which is, of course, the most powerful healing tool, and validation. And, in validating, you're really acknowledging a person's pain. And as you learned, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to agree, but you certainly learn to validate it. And communication and being able to talk through your hurt, because it's often the case that hurt goes both ways. It's not always as simple as one person is hurt. I mean, certainly that happens, but it's more often than not the case that we've hurt each other in relationship. And so we really have to move to a place of really listening in an authentic way and being aware of what we feel. And, apologizing with, that sense of remorse, as you'll learn in this lesson. And, as you will learn, it becomes very tricky because repair takes time. Unless it's, a minor injury, a simple, "I am really sorry about that. I was in a bad mood when I came home from work and I really shouldn't have took it out on you. That wasn't fair." That kind of apology may heal things quickly. But, when it's a bigger injury, repair takes time. And when it's a bigger injury, it's much more complicated. And if you've bumped into one of the emotional triggers that we talked about in a previous lesson, well, then you already know that it's much more complicated. So take your time again as you go through this lesson, and I'll see you in the next one.